The sky was the color of bruised steel as Arjun stood at the edge of the half-built bridge. The wooden planks, soaked by days of rain, creaked beneath his feet. The river below roared like a wounded beast, smashing against the rocks with fury. Arjun's breath trembled. His father's words, spoken a year ago, tore through his mind like lightning. If you don't finish what you start, you will drown in regrets, not water. And tonight, the regret was louder than the river. Arjun pulled up his hoodie, ready to walk away, again, like he always did. Arjun, 21, talented but inconsistent. The guy who starts with fire and ends in ashes. Started coding, quit. Started fitness, quit. Started a YouTube channel, quit. Started studying for a job, quit. He could run fast, but never long. His father, Dev, was the opposite. A quiet carpenter who believed that a man's character is shown in the last 10% of his work. Dev built furniture, homes, and even repaired bridges around the village. He wasn't famous, but he was reliable. If Dev started something, it ended, finished, completed. Before dying, Dev began building a wooden bridge over the river, not because he was paid, but because the villagers needed a safe crossing during monsoon. Arjun promised his father, "I will finish it." But 1 year passed, and all Arjun did was run away from it. The storm warning came unexpectedly. A flood was coming tonight. The villagers had to cross the river to reach higher ground. But the bridge was incomplete. Every villager looked at Arjun, not with anger, but disappointment. That hurt more. Children stood clutching their bags. Mothers held their babies tightly. Old men leaned on their sticks, staring at the broken bridge. Arjun felt their eyes pierce through his chest. He whispered to himself, "Why am I like this? Why do I never finish anything?" The truth was simple. Arjun wasn't weak. He was scared. Scared of failing. So he avoided finishing. Because finishing means you can be judged. The rain began. Soft at first, then louder, then merciless. Arjun stepped onto the bridge one last time. He looked at the scattered tools, rusting under the rain. He clenched his jaw. "This is too much. I can't do this. I'm not like Dad." He turned around, ready to quit, again. But then he heard a cry. An old woman slipped near the riverbank. Arjun rushed to her. She grabbed his wrist with surprising strength. With tears in her eyes, she whispered, "Your father promised us, and he said you would finish it for him." Those words punched Arjun in the chest. Thunder cracked. The wind howled. The river climbed higher. And something inside Arjun snapped. Not in weakness, but in awakening. He wiped the rain from his face and stepped back onto the bridge. This time, not to look, but to work. He grabbed the hammer. His fingers shook. His legs felt like stone. But he raised the tool and began striking nails. Tack, tack, tack. The storm grew violent. The rain felt like needles. His hands blistered. Blood mixed with rainwater. But Arjun whispered through gritted teeth, "Not this time. Not this time." Hours passed. Wood pieces threatened to drift away. Tools slipped. Lightning lit the sky. But Arjun kept going. Every swing of the hammer felt like a fight against his old self. While adjusting a plank, Arjun noticed something wedged between two beams. A small metal box. His heart raced. He opened it with shaking hands. Inside, a folded piece of, but strong. It read, "Arjun, this bridge is not for the village. It's for you." Arjun's tears mixed with the rain. He kept reading. "Every plank you place is a piece of your fear that you defeat. Every nail you hit is a promise to your future. Build this bridge, and you will build yourself." Arjun broke down. He screamed into the storm. not in pain, but in release. That scream became strength. He stood up, eyes fierce. "I'm finishing this, Dad." The night felt endless, but Arjun's hands never stopped. The villagers came with lanterns to help. Some brought tools, some brought rope, some just stood and encouraged. But Arjun, he didn't let anyone take his place. This was his battle, his transformation. If he stopped, even for a moment, his old self would return. The sky slowly shifted from black to orange. Sunrise. Arjun lifted the final plank. His whole body was shaking. He placed it gently, hammered the last nail, and the bridge stood complete, strong, steady, alive. As the villagers crossed safely, one by one, Arjun didn't smile. He cried, but not from sadness, from relief, from growth, from becoming someone he always wanted to be. For the first time in his life, he finished something important, and that changed him forever. Amalo. Sometimes the bridge you're scared to build is the bridge that leads you out of your old life. When you finish what you start, you complete yourself. Stop quitting. Stop delaying. Start finishing. Because the world remembers finishers, not starters.